He meant to text his late wife. Instead, the message landed on the phone of the most powerful CEO in the city. 3 simple words: I miss you. She read it, stopped walking, turned around, and whispered, "Say it again." What followed wasn't a mistake. It was destiny rewriting 2 broken lives. Sometimes the smallest mistake opens the door to the biggest miracle, but only if you're brave enough to walk through it. Ethan Miller had learned how to survive on very little sleep and even less hope. Mornings started before the sun rose, not because he was ambitious, but because his 5-year-old daughter Lily had nightmares that still called for her mother. The woman who should have been there, who used to hum Lily back to sleep, was now only a framed smile on the living room shelf. Ethan's life had become a cycle of packed lunches, unpaid bills, and quiet grief. He worked as a facilities technician in a downtown corporate tower. One of those invisible men who fixed what others broke and disappeared before anyone noticed. His phone was old, cracked, and full of unsent messages addressed to a name that would never reply again. That morning, while riding the elevator up to the 43rd floor, Ethan opened his messages and typed words he typed far too often: I miss you. It was habit. Muscle memory. A pain that refused to fade. He hit send without looking. The elevator doors opened to a marble-floored executive level, buzzing with assistants and suits worth more than his monthly salary. Ethan slipped out, phone back in his pocket, unaware that his life had just split into a before and an after. Across the building, in a glass-walled office overlooking the city, Claire Whitmore, CEO, strategist, woman who controlled billion-dollar decisions with a calm hand, felt her phone vibrate. She almost ignored it. Almost. Claire wasn't used to personal messages. Her phone was a battlefield of negotiations, legal briefings, and pressure disguised as professionalism. But something about the notification made her pause. Unknown number. 3 words: I miss you. She read it once, then again, her chest tightened in a way she hadn't felt in years. Claire had everything the world admired: power, success, control, but she hadn't been missed by anyone in a long time. Not truly. Not softly. Not without wanting something in return. She typed back before she could stop herself: I'm sorry. I think you sent this to the wrong person. Seconds passed. Ethan saw the reply while tightening a loose rail near the executive hallway. His stomach dropped. His hands started shaking. He had done it again, let his grief leak into the wrong place. I'm so sorry, he typed. It wasn't meant for you. Please ignore it. Claire stared at the screen. She should have. She didn't. Who was it meant for? She wrote. Ethan hesitated. He never talked about this. Not to strangers. Not to anyone. My wife, he finally sent. She passed away 2 years ago. Sometimes I forget she's gone. Claire stood up from her chair, the city blurred beyond the glass. Without fully understanding why, she typed the words that changed everything. Then don't take it back. Say it again. Ethan's breath caught. I miss you, he sent. Claire whispered the words out loud, so quietly no one could hear. And for the first time in years, her world, built on steel and strategy, cracked open to something fragile, human, and terrifyingly real. He thought he had texted a stranger. She knew she had just found someone who saw her heart, not her title. Their messages became a quiet refuge neither of them admitted they needed. They didn't talk about money or power or grief at first. They talked about small things. Coffee that went cold. Songs that hurt too much to finish. The way silence could feel heavier than noise. Ethan never knew who Claire really was. He imagined her as just another lonely soul on the other side of the screen. And Claire never told him. For the first time in her life, she wasn't the CEO. She was just Claire, until the day fate forced the truth into the open. A burst pipe flooded the executive hallway, and Ethan was called in urgently. As he knelt fixing the damage, a pair of heels stopped in front of him. He looked up. The woman from the photos on the company website stood there. Claire Whitmore. His phone buzzed in his pocket at the same moment. I'm nearby. The message read. Their eyes locked. Recognition hit them both like lightning. Ethan stood up too fast, embarrassment burning his face. I didn't know, he stammered. If I had, I would never. Claire raised her hand gently. Don't apologize. The hallway fell silent. You didn't text a CEO, she said softly. You texted a woman who needed to hear those words. What followed wasn't easy. The world doesn't like stories that cross invisible lines. People judged. Rumors spread. Ethan doubted himself, feeling too small for her world. Claire faced board members who questioned her judgment and a past that warned her not to feel too deeply again, but Lily changed everything. When Claire met Ethan's daughter, she saw a reflection of the child she had once been, quiet, hopeful, afraid of being left behind. And when Lily wrapped her small arms around Claire and asked, "Will you stay?" Something inside Claire finally healed. The challenges didn't disappear, but they were faced together. Ethan learned that love didn't mean replacing what was lost, it meant honoring it while still choosing to live. Claire learned that strength didn't come from standing alone, it came from letting someone see her when she wasn't powerful at all. On a quiet evening months later, Ethan typed a message while sitting beside Claire, Lily asleep between them, "I miss you." Claire smiled, resting her head on his shoulder. "I'm right here," she whispered. "And I'm not going anywhere." Sometimes, the message you send by mistake is the one your heart has been trying to send all along. Love doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes, it arrives as 3 simple words sent to the wrong number, and changes everything forever.